he's ready. There's not much time on the boat. Wait till he's ready because not much time at the boat.
All good?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The wet and stormy weather that prevailed in the Isle of Man during the latter half of the week ending Sunday 14th of August 1892 culminated on the evening of that day in an awful gale from the south-southwest. Accompanied by heavy rain, the winds began to rise about 8 p.m. and by midnight a perfect hurricane was blowing. The gale was not long in duration, and by 4 a.m. on Monday morning 15th of August 1892, it had moderated to a strong breeze. Shortly after 9 a.m, a steam tugboat was observed to sail around Douglas Head and make for Douglas Harbour. The tug turned out to be the Sarah Joliffe of Liverpool, which was described in contemporary reports as an exceptionally powerful boat. It came to anchor inside the breakwater, and her master captain, Owen Jones, at once came ashore. He detailed one of the saddest and most terrible tales of the sea. It seems that on Thursday the 11th of August 1892, the Sarah Joliffe, one of Messrs Joliffe's fleet of Liverpool steam tugs, left Liverpool for Greenock in order to tow to the Mersey a new large four-masted ship, a steam sail ship, the Thracian of Liverpool. The ship was under the command of Captain Herbert H. Brown of Hellenborough, and he was accompanied on the voyage by his wife. The Sarah Joliffe took 10 men to Greenock to act as temporary crew for the Thracian, and at the Scottish port they were joined by another 5 men, so when the Thracian started in tow of the tug, she had 17 personnel on board. A start was made from Port Glasgow on Saturday evening the 13th of August 1892, and good progress seemed to have been made until Sunday afternoon the 14th, when the vessels were between a point of Ayr and Belfast Low. A gale suddenly sprang up, and as the Thracian was a bit light on ballast of 600 tons of rubble, the tug could not tow her along in the teeth of the gale and the mountainous sea. All the Sarah Joliffe could do was to stand by the ship, keeping her head to the sea as much as possible. A lull in the weather followed, but at about 11:30 p.m, when the vessels were about 3 miles north of Point Erin on the southwestern coast of the Isle of Man, there was a terrific squall. To the consternation of those on board the tug, the Thracian turned over. The crew of the tug cast adrift the towing lines to save the Sarah Joliffe from being dragged under, and Captain Jones then bore close to the Thracian, which was floating tail upwards. Thick rain obscured the ship, and when the Thracian was next seen, she was about 1,000 yards from the tug. She had floated a couple of minutes, but then disappeared beneath the waves. No trace of anyone was found in the water, so the Sarah Joliffe cruised around for several hours, but nothing further was seen of the ill-fated crew. Towards 6 a.m, Captain Jones, finding that nothing more could be done, steamed to Douglas, reaching there about 9 a.m, where the story begins. The captain of the Thracian and his wife's bodies were recovered a few days later. If you got this far, thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really makes a difference. Really enjoyed making this one. See you next time.